When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
The holidays have arrived at the Home Depot, and we're here to help bring the excitement with decor for every part of your home. Check out our wide assortment of easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees so you can spend less time setting up and more time celebrating. And bring your holiday spirit outdoors with unique decor like one of our Santa inflatables. Whatever your style, find the right pieces at the right prices this holiday season at the Home Depot.
This is Optimal Work Daily, Setting Each Other Up for Success by Michael Piperno of michaelpiperno.com. When you craft your next email or text message, ask yourself, am I writing this to be read by me or by the person, the human being, who I am addressing it to? Chances are you're writing it in a style that works for you and not necessarily them. If you've ever been to one of my workshops or training programs, you know that the first rule of any communication is to know your audience. This is true for every piece of communication you send throughout your workday, and your personal communications too. When we are intentional about the way we communicate with each other and respectful of our differences, there's a much higher chance that the results will be more positive. For example, if you know that Alex never responds to all your questions in your emails, then don't send him emails with 15 questions embedded throughout several paragraphs of text. Send an email with a brief introduction and 1 or 2 questions, bulleted out, that he can scan and reply to quickly. Voila! You've just set him up for success. He can move fast, like his job requires, and still give you what you needed because you considered his needs as well. Here's another example. Let's say that your boss, Janelle, has been losing track of your emails and Teams chats because there's just too much on her plate this week. Instead of firing off 8 different emails during the day on a variety of topics that don't need immediate responses, collect your responses or issues and batch them into one email that she can respond to later. Or, if responses are not needed by the next day, schedule time to sit down with her and talk through your items. You'll likely get all the answers you need with no additional emails in her or your inbox. These are just a few examples. You get the idea. Here's my challenge to you. During your day today, pay special attention to 3 pieces of communication you send to someone else. With each, whether over text, email, Zoom, Teams, or in person, consider this question. How can I set this person up for success? It will make your communications more productive, I promise. The bonus is that you'll save time and reduce frustration on both sides. Why I Don't Bring My Phone to Meetings by Michael Piperno of michaelpiperno.com. I wish this conversation was as important as your phone. That's what I said to myself recently when a colleague kept looking at his phone with each buzz that came through during our 15-minute conversation. I was giving him what I thought was pretty valuable free advice, but I had to repeat myself so many times that I simply stopped being giving with my time and defaulted to meaningless chit-chat. I was annoyed, but then this experience did make me think about my own behavior. My mobile phone usually sits face down beside me at home at the dinner table and lives in my pocket during meetings at work. Like almost everyone else, it's nearly impossible not to look at it when it does that glorious ding or buzz that lets me know someone on the other end has something to say to me. At work, my excuse for having the phone with me at all times is to ensure I don't miss a meeting. I live by my work calendar and its notifications. I love my phone. I was one of those people you saw on TV back in 2007 waiting outside an Apple store to ensure I got mine on launch day. However, I don't like what all these mobile screens have done to face-to-face communications. Last weekend, I observed a family of 4 at a restaurant, 2 parents, 1 late teen and 1 early teen. They were all texting with others on their phones instead of talking with each other. Maybe they were texting each other. In business, I've had to pause meetings and sit and wait for clients to answer emails, calls, or texts on their phones before continuing our conversation. Are all of these interruptions really worthy of harpooning the momentum of a conversation with another human being who is in your presence? Of course they aren't. The rare emergency is understandable. The constant interruption is disrespectful. we can do better. So 2 months ago, I stopped bringing my phone to meetings. And it's been wonderful. I also leave it in another room when I have dinner at home. I was never the type who would take a call or respond to a message during a meeting or during dinner, but my phone would still buzz in my pocket, taking my mind off of the conversation for a brief moment. That brief moment was enough to throw me off the path of what I was saying or what someone else was sharing. Without the phone there, I'm fully present and not distracted. Try it. Leave your phone behind during work meetings unless you're expecting that rare critical call. And when that's the case, tell the people you're with why your phone may need to trump your time with them. It's a simple thing, but it will make people feel like you care about them more than the other person vying for your attention through your mobile device, one that likely doesn't truly need an immediate response. You just listened to the posts titled Setting Each Other Up for Success and Why I Don't Bring My Phone to Meetings, both of them by Michael Piperno of michaelpiperno.com.
This episode is brought to you by Marshalls, where you never have to compromise between quality and price. The buyers at Marshalls hustle hard, working to bring you great deals on brand name and designer pieces. Because Marshalls believes everyone deserves access to the good stuff. Visit a Marshalls store near you or shop online at marshalls.com.
So good, so good, so good.
Just in, thousands of winter arrivals at your Nordstrom Rack store. Save up to 70% on coats, slippers, and cashmere from Kate Spade, New York, Vince, UGG, Levi's, and more.
Check out these boots.
They've got the best gifts.
My holiday shopping hack? Join the Nordy Club.
Get an extra 5% off every Rack purchase with your Nordstrom credit card. Plus, buy it online and pick it up in-store the same day for free. Big gifts, big perks. That's why you Rack.
And big thanks to Michael for letting us share his post. He is a leadership communication coach and workplace relationships consultant. So through coaching, consulting, and group training programs, he helps professionals communicate clearly, speak and present more effectively, build and maintain positive and healthy business relationships, refine their personal brands, and lead with confidence. He also helps teams prepare to present at high-stakes meetings, and he's a skilled advisor to teams with communication problems that impact internal dynamics, relationships, and culture. So you can come check out more of his great articles and content, and you can find it all at michaelpiperno.com, and I have that linked in this episode's description. But that should do it for today. I thank you for being here and listening all the way through, and I'll be back with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.